When dealing with antiderivatives, we must not forget. And if you're confused on how to find the and even, well, this video is for you. Welcome to Good day everyone, and we will be talking about integrals. So let's get on, but first we must imagine that for some reason you lost the original function after deriving it, or perhaps yung given is yung derivative. Don't worry, because integration will save you a ton of time and work for that. Now, let's get on with the concept of integration. When mayroong information na binibigay sa antiderivative, pwede nating i-determine ang constant sa integration. So, this is the example. Find the antiderivative of dy over dx is equals to 4x squared, where y is equals to 15 when x is equals to 3. So, here we are integrating it with the given formula, x raised to n plus 1 over n plus 1. So, here we got 4x raised to 3 over 3 plus c. Don't forget about the c, guys, because mali yun if wala c. Now, since given man, so we can substitute the given sa equation. So, gi-plot lang natin yung 3 dito. And we transpose it. And yung c natin is negative 21. So, our original, or what they call it, our antiderivative is 4x raised to 3 over 3 minus 21. Now, how can we apply this? So, we can, I'll give you a problem for this. Mark Grayson is testing how fast he can accelerate during a high-speed flight. His acceleration in meters per second squared is modeled by the equation at is equals to 200t squared, where t is the time in seconds. At t is equals to 3 seconds, Mark reaches a velocity of 600 meters per second. Find the velocity function vt by integrating acceleration function and using the given condition to determine the constant of integration. So, ayan si Mark Grayson. Yan. So, given that at is equals to 200t, ma-integrate natin to siya, and using the formula, we get the 200t 3 over 3 plus c. Don't forget about the c, guys. Now, substitute po natin yung t is equals to 3 seconds. And then after solving for that, we find that c is equals to negative 1,200. So, our final velocity function is v t is equals to 200t cubed over 3 minus 1,200. Now, area under the curve. Determining the area under the curve. So, this is a representation of the accumulation of quantity like distance, work, and the total output. It is calculated using definite integrals, which gives exact area between curve f of x, the axis, and the vertical lines at 2 points. X is equals to a and x equals to b. So, our formula for that is just the same, but meron tayong lower and upper boundary. The upper boundary is a. The upper boundary is b and the lower boundary is a. Now, ang mangyayari po dyan is that i-minus po natin silang dalawa. Where yung upper boundary will get deducted by the lower boundary. So, ayan. This is the problem. Find the area under the curve of f of x is equals to 2 from x is equals to 1 to x is equals to 3. So, uh, this is the equation and ma-integrate natin to. Integrate pa natin ito. So, we find it to be x squared. Now, i-minus lang natin f uh, upper boundary minus lower boundary. So, plot natin yan. And we find that the answer is 8. But since we are finding the area, we must put units. So, 8 units squared. Now, for applications, Nolan is testing how far he can travel while accelerating steadily. His acceleration follows the function vt is equal to 2t squared, where vt is his velocity in meters per second, and t is time in seconds. To find how far Omni-Man flies from t is equals to 0 to t is equals to 5 seconds, we'll calculate the area under the curve of velocity time graph. So, yan, si Nolan. Given that v is equals to t is equals to 2t squared, find the distance traveled from t is equals to 0 to t is equals to 5. So, we are gonna integrate this first before natin i-subtract yung 2t squared. So, we'll get 2t cubed over 3. Now, we subtract the lower boundary to the upper boundary, and we'll get approximately 83.33 meters. So, ayun lang po yung constant of integration and definite integral. Thank you for watching po.